Have you ever pondered what makes a person truly inspiring? It's a question that stirs the mind, don't you think? Inspiration is a powerful force. It has the potential to shift perspectives, ignite passions, and stimulate action. It's a catalyst that has driven human progress since time immemorial. But what is it about certain individuals that make them sources of inspiration? What is it about their words, their actions, that resonate so deeply with us? Throughout history, there have been individuals who have stood out, who have used their words and actions to inspire others. Their impact has been felt in every sphere of human endeavor, from science to art, from politics to philosophy. Their words have echoed through the ages, their actions have sparked movements, and their legacies continue to influence us. But to truly appreciate the power of their inspiration, we need to understand the context, the world in which they lived, the challenges they faced, the zeitgeist they were a part of. This context provides the lens through which we can fully appreciate the magnitude of their achievements and the profundity of their wisdom. Consider the Stoic philosopher Seneca, who amidst the decadence of the Roman Empire preached the virtues of simplicity and self-control, or the eloquent orator Martin Luther King Jr., who in the face of deep-seated racial inequality spoke of a dream where all are judged by the content of their character and not the color of their skin. These individuals didn't just inspire through their words, but by their actions too. They walked the walk, embodying the principles they espoused. They faced adversity with courage, they challenged the status quo, and they dedicated their lives to causes greater than themselves. And in doing so, they didn't just inspire the people of their time, but countless generations that followed. They showed us the power of conviction, the importance of perseverance, and the transformative potential of a single inspiring idea. So buckle up as we journey back in time to unearth the inspiring words and actions of some of the most famous people in history. Our first stop is ancient history, where wisdom flowed from the lips of philosophers and rulers alike. Consider the Athenian philosopher Socrates. He never wrote a single word, yet his teachings, passed down through his students, have profoundly shaped the course of Western thought. Socrates is renowned for his Socratic method, a form of dialogue based on asking and answering questions to stimulate critical thinking and illuminate ideas. This method became the backbone of Western logic and philosophy. Then there's Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt. More than just a ruler, she was a diplomat, a naval commander, a linguist, and a medical author. Her charisma and intelligence secured her place in history as one of the most influential women of her time. Cleopatra's political savvy and diplomatic acumen were instrumental in preserving Egypt's independence from the Roman Empire for as long as she did. And who can forget Alexander the Great? His military genius and fearless leadership led him to build an empire that stretched from Greece to Egypt and as far east as India, all by the time he was 30. Alexander's ambition and strategic mind have made him a model for leaders throughout history, from Julius Caesar to Napoleon Bonaparte. The impact of these figures on their contemporaries and future generations is undeniable. Socrates' method of questioning continues to be used in classrooms worldwide to foster critical thinking. Cleopatra's legacy of female empowerment and diplomatic finesse resonates with modern women in leadership. And Alexander the Great's strategies are still studied in military academies around the globe. Their words and actions have transcended the boundaries of their time and place. They have become timeless symbols of wisdom, courage, and leadership, reminding us that great ideas and bold actions can change the world. Their influence is a testament to the power of the human spirit, a testament that encourages us to strive for greatness, to question, to lead, and to inspire. Indeed, their words still echo through the corridors of time, inspiring us even today. Fast forward to the Enlightenment era, a period that proved to be a fertile ground for inspiring words and actions. Let's start with Sir Isaac Newton, a luminary who revolutionized our understanding of the physical world. His laws of motion and universal gravitation were a huge leap forward in science, challenging the prevailing norms of his time. His famous words, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants," showcase his humility and dedication to the pursuit of knowledge. Newton's work was not just revolutionary, but also served as an inspiration for generations of scientists and thinkers who followed. Next, we turn to Voltaire, the French philosopher and writer, known for his wit, satire, and advocacy for freedom of speech and religion. He once said, "I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it." This quote, often attributed to him, encapsulates his commitment to free thought and expression, even in the face of disagreement. Voltaire's fearless challenge to the societal and religious norms of his era, through his words and actions, sparked a wave of change, encouraging people to think critically and question authority. Finally, we have Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers of the United States. Franklin was a polymath who excelled in various fields, including science, writing, and politics. He once stated, "An investment in knowledge pays the best interest." This quote underscores his belief in the power of education and learning as a force for societal progress. Franklin's life and work embody the spirit of the Enlightenment, with his inventions, writings, and political contributions all driven by a deep commitment to reason, innovation, and public service. These intellectual giants of the Enlightenment era used their words and actions to challenge the status quo, advocate for freedom of thought and expression, and spur societal progress. Their legacy continues to inspire us, reminding us of the power of critical thinking and rational discourse. Finally, we arrive in the modern era, where inspiring words and actions are amplified by the power of mass media. This is an age where three remarkable figures stood as beacons of hope through their profound words and actions. First, let's talk about Martin Luther King Jr., a man who dreamed of a world where people would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. His rousing speeches ignited the civil rights movement in the United States, propelling a wave of change that continues to reverberate today. He taught us that darkness can never drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hatred cannot drive out hatred, only love can. Then we have Mother Teresa, a woman of immense compassion. She dedicated her life to serving the poorest of the poor in the slums of Kolkata. Despite the harsh conditions, she found joy in giving, believing that peace begins with a smile. Her selfless service to humanity has inspired millions to see the dignity and worth of every individual. Lastly, we turn our gaze towards Nelson Mandela, a towering figure who spent 27 years in prison for his fight against apartheid in South Africa. His indomitable spirit and unwavering belief in the power of forgiveness and reconciliation transformed a nation. He showed us that courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. These champions of justice, peace, and equality used their words and actions to inspire change on a global scale. They challenged us to question the status quo, to strive for a world that is fair and just, to extend our hands in service of others, and to forgive even when it seems impossible. Their words continue to inspire us, reminding us of the power of courage, perseverance, and love. As we have seen, inspiring words and actions have the power to change the world. Throughout our journey across time, we've witnessed the profound impact of the spoken and written word, from ancient philosophers who shaped the world we know, to Enlightenment thinkers who challenged the status quo, to modern leaders who continue to push the boundaries of human potential. History has been shaped by those who dared to speak and act with conviction. Consider the wisdom of the ancients. Their words, etched in stone and parchment, continue to guide us in the complexities of modern life. They taught us the importance of integrity, the value of knowledge, and the power of perseverance. Then came the Enlightenment, a period of intellectual revolution. Its champions, armed with reason and logic, used their words to question, challenge, and ultimately transform societal norms. They showed us that the status quo is not an immovable object, but a challenge to be overcome. In the modern era, the power of words and actions has only grown. Leaders across the globe, in every field imaginable, have used their platforms to inspire, motivate, and drive change. From civil rights to technological advancement, from environmental conservation to social justice, the power of words and actions continues to shape our world. But remember, this power is not reserved for the famous or the extraordinary. Each of us, in our own unique way, wields the power to inspire and effect change. Our words can uplift, encourage, and motivate. Our actions can demonstrate kindness, resilience, and perseverance. The smallest act, the simplest word, can have a ripple effect, touching lives in ways we may never fully comprehend. And so, as we journey forward, let us not forget the power we hold. The power to use our words and actions for good. The power to inspire, to motivate, to challenge, and to change. So, as we journey forward, remember the power of your words and actions. After all, you too can be a source of inspiration.